I grew up loving the Warner Brother cartoons and their character gags from Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, Sylvester, and all the rest of those wonderful characters. Well, as we got well into the story of Swan Princess, I felt that we just hadn't included enough of those kind of gags and humor, so I asked Rick to have everyone in the studio come up with at least one gag or joke so that we could get the audience really howling.
Everyone put their heart into getting every possible laugh out of these characters without hurting the story with misplaced jokes. We had many suggestions and we used every one that fit.
Most of the humor and gags were on a child's level.
And growl ferociously. I want you to strike fear into my heart. Not you, Wesley. You're a rabbit, for heaven's sake.
Yet many appealed to adults.
I'm an artist, not a bore. Could have fooled me. Bonjour, madame. The ladies still fall for me.
Then there was the scene of Rothbart doing a one-arm push-up that became Jack Palance's trademark from the Oscar Awards.
Very little is ever cut or edited from a finished animated film. Once animation is completed, changes can cost as much as $500,000 a minute. So anything cut or changed is almost out of the question.
But with the breaking news story of a disaster associated with the feature film The Program, where a teen copies a film stunt and was killed, the scene of Derek and his sidekick Bromley was changed from this original footage to give Bromley a full suit of armor. This change was made so that no one would copy this trick unless they also wore a full suit of armor.
Well, initially we discussed just cutting out the whole scene, but we found that we couldn't eliminate it because the end of the show was dependent on Derek getting the arrow from Bromley so he could shoot the great animal. So finally we decided that we would reanimate the entire scene, which in the end it was actually a whole lot funnier with that armor. But the main thing was we didn't want someone hurt by copying the scene.
The Swan Princess is the last major animated film that has actual painted production cells. The word cell is short for celluloid, which is a clear plastic sheet that the characters are painted on and subsequently placed on backgrounds and filmed one by one to give the illusion of movement. Now, to save time and money, animation color is all done by computer. So-called cells from current animated films are commercial reproductions and not part of an actual film. Over 100,000 cells from the Swan Princess have been cataloged and authenticity certified from each scene and frame as they appeared in the film. These limited production cells from the Swan Princess are now available through animation art dealers or directly from Nest Entertainment. One of the most important areas of an animated film's success is product and video licensing. Co-executive producer Matt Mazer was integral in the extensive licensing of the characters and other facets from the film, as well as setting up focus testing with audiences across the country for helpful market research.
Product licensing is a creative area that is absolutely essential to the success of any animated film. This is especially true today as videos are played over and over again in the home. These children's products extend the fun, fantasy, and enjoyment forever. The Swan Princess ranks as a classic, and we were able to license over 100 companies, manufacturing more than 1,000 products, which makes us the leading animated feature film licensor outside of the Walt Disney Company.
The hundreds of wonderful reviews that the Swan Princess received reflect the level of vision and commitment of the entire team.
And now we feel that we have a rich animation studio look brought on by all of this talent that is learned from not only the Disney process, but from other studio processes as well.
For me, it's a degree of subtlety, the overall look or feel. There's a subtle detail to the design of the characters, the animation itself. It may be rather, it could be just as accepted by the audience for that character to be perfectly still, but our characters move just as regular humans do. And so there's a degree of subtlety, I think, that Rick brings to the table that he infects everybody with to help raise it to the next higher level.
As you've seen, animation really is the process that combines the creative talents of hundreds of people through their ideas and hard work. The director's job is to hold all of these diverse talents together to create a classic production that will live forever.